Hello my friends and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be sharing some early summer decorating ideas. I am slowly getting my house ready to decorate it for the summer season, just adding lots of brightness and sunshine into it. So I thought I share with you what it looked like before last I don't think even it was last year, but the year before all the renos. So to get a cup of tea or a coffee, sit down and enjoy this marathon mega video, and I hope it gives you tons of new ideas for your summer decorating. And make sure you stay tuned and your notification bell is on, and don't forget to subscribe so that way you don't miss out when the new videos for decorating come up for this year. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hello friends, Sonja here. Today we are decorating my front porch for the summer, giving it a bit of a refresh from the spring decor that I did back in April. So without further ado, let's get started. So I just want to show you I have removed some of these plants out of here that I'm not going to be using. I'm going to replant them into several other pots and put them in the backyard so that way I'm not throwing them out. They didn't do as well as they have previous years. Not sure whether it was too cold still or too hot, maybe, I'm not sure. But I've got my ferns. I got those at Costco and there are 3, so they're gonna go here. I'm going to change out this area, that's gonna stay, and I want to change out some of the florals in there. I would also like to mention that I have invited other creators to join me if they would like in posting their front porch decor, so there will be a playlist and there might be just more inspiration in there for you. So make sure you check it out. It will be linked in the description box. So now I'm going to start adding my plants, just trying to figure out where everything is going to go. These ferns are quite messy once you take those bags off, but I love using them. I think they look so good on my front porch. I used to use palms before, but I am loving the ferns so much more, and I'm just trying to remove the hanging part off of them. You can also cut this off. Might be actually an easier way to do that than to be fiddling inside the ferns trying to unhook them. I have gotten this aluminum wash bucket or wash basin from a friend, and I love the way the ferns look inside of it. I think it gives it such a farmhouse vibe. Let me know what you think, if you agree. So I had the sign that I was thinking about adding onto the light post there, light fixture that the hanging basket planter was hanging, and I was going to move this over to the other side. But I didn't love how long it was over on this side, and it was covering my welcome sign, and I wanted to keep the welcome sign here. So I have decided not to use the sign that I wanted to use where the planter was, where the basket planter was, and I decided just to keep the basket back in its spot. I will just have to figure out a spot for that sign in the backyard, which, by the way, is that video is coming up next week. So make sure you tune into that, because it was a big job to get everything done in the backyard. I wanted to switch out some of the lavender with some yellow flowers, just to kind of carry through the theme that I have in my house inside. So I wanted to incorporate some of that yellow on the outside as well. I think that looks perfect. Now I'm going to remove everything off so I can use my blower to blow all the mess that the ferns had left behind, as well as some of the dust. I did a good cleaning when I was doing my spring decor, so I didn't have to do a full out cleaning this time around. If you have never used a blower, to me it's one of the most satisfying tools to use. I just love it. I would so totally use it in my house if I could.
Searching for something that ain't lost. Have we got it? Our lines crossed. We're wasting time on stuff that doesn't really matter, while wishing for something better. I try to fix things that weren't broken, misunderstandings and words unspoken. We fall apart, and I won't dare to say, do you feel the same way?
Now I'm going to start putting things back, and I don't know why, but this year the pollen has been absolutely awful. I have never seen it this bad ever, where I have to pretty much dust my furniture every single day outside.
Never did with broken hearts, 'cause I don't wanna waste my time.
I'm switching out some pillows as well. I am adding hints of blue because I have blue pillows over on my other chairs in a corner. I was going to use the other pillow as well, but I thought it was a little bit too much on the chair, so I just stuck with the blue pillow. For the front door mat, I love layering it, and I got this mat, this rug at Hobby Lobby a while back, and I am going to layer it with another one, with the mat this time that I also got at Hobby Lobby at the same time, which was, I would say, about 3 years ago, and I've been using it for summer, and I love how this the saying here, and I love the way these two look together. And still, for the life of me, I cannot figure out why this sign is sitting lopsided. I checked, it's leveled on the bottom, the concrete looks fine, but the sign is a little bit crooked. It's going to drive me nuts for sure, I know it. Now I'm moving on to my corner here, and I'm not doing a lot of stuff. I am simply adding some pillows and changing up a little bit of decor on the table.
But we smashed up all the parts. Oh, na, na, na. Always knew that you were stubborn, but didn't know it'd be so hard to figure out who you really are. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know that now, no words no more, no. I got so high on a low. That's when I love you the most.
I've also decided to finally use my giant lantern that I DIY'd last year over on my DIY channel, with a little bit of some of those pansies in there, and I moved the larger pot with pansies over beside the big pot with ferns. And then I finished the decorating with wiping it down, and I also ended up taking, which I do not show you, the blower again, just to blow off any other stuff that might have fallen off while I was decorating. Well, I hope you enjoyed this decorate with me, and I'm going to water my plants and let you enjoy the tour. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to press the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Check out the playlist. I hope there will be more ideas for you there as well. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. finally time for me to start decorating and sharing my summer decor with you. I am starting with 2 rooms for my very first video, and I am decorating my front entryway as well as my living room. I love decorating. Well, pretty much for every season. I get super excited when it's time to switch out my decor, but I definitely do enjoy decorating for the summer and brightening everything up even more than I already did for the spring. So starting at my front foyer, I am removing all of the blankets because we no longer need them for sitting outside on the front porch. So I just want to freshen up this box a little bit with some decor. I am keeping the pillows for now as they are. I might change them up, so you will have to tune in for the summer home tour to see if I did or not. And I'm going with a lot of yellow, so lots of lemons and yellow flowers, as well as lots of fresh looking greenery. I am adding some fresh plants as well, but not too many. I just loved, which you will see soon enough, a plant that I have bought at Costco. And as you can see, every time I bend over, my dog likes to sniff my butt. I do not know why, but it is what he does. So here I thought I include that since it's real life here every step of the way. So as you can see, for the front crate here, I have added some wood, some watering can, and some yellow tulips. And I think this just looks so cute. I do not use that watering can. I have the same one that I use for watering that I haven't DIY'd, but this one I did decorate. So over here on my front Bombay chest, I needed to clean it up, give it some wipe down. I have started just cleaning it with water and just a microfiber cloth because I have damaged the marble without knowing that there was some vinegar on my rag from my other cleaners, and I wiped it down and I ended up causing a bit of damage there. So I am just using water and a microfiber cloth to clean it now. I had picked up this lavender plant, which is my live plant for now, this tree at Costco, and I am putting it inside this burlap sack that I picked up at Dollarama, and I just spruced it up with some paint. It was a very, very tight fit, but it did end up fitting in, and I just love the way this looks together, and so simple, just right on my Bombay, just at the front entry, and you can smell the lavender quite well here. Like I said, I just think it looks so pretty. And now we're gonna move over to my living room, and here I have taken all of my decor off and just wanted to give everything good dusting. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you decided and pressed that play button. I share lots of home decor with some spring cleaning and organization sprinkled in. So if this is something that interests you, I would love it if you consider becoming part of my YouTube family by pressing that subscribe button, and make sure your notification bell is on so you don't miss out any of my future uploads. So here I am. I wanted to create a bit of a vignette in this basket by adding some lemons and some greenery. I just love decorating with lemons, and I want to use them as much as I can. So I am using barbecue skewers to poke through the lemons to add them to the tray. So this doesn't really damage the lemons, so if I want to change it up for next year, I totally can, but this gave lemons just some height. So speaking of creating something. Most of my decor is my DIY decor that I create on my DIY channel. So make sure you check that out if you haven't done so already and would like to see all of these candle sticks I've made, as well as the little bowl that I just placed the candle on it. I also have my old dog's urn here. If you have a dog that passed away, you totally understand. My kids do not want me to remove this off the fireplace. This is the room where he slept most of the time, and they want him to be here. I always say that he's watching over the two that I have now that are a little bit of troublemakers. I just love how simple this fireplace looks. I think it turned out really pretty and really fresh looking. Now I'm moving on to my coffee table, and if you've been around for a while following along, you know I absolutely love decorating this coffee table with my little it's a big galvanized truck that I have picked up around Christmas time, and I have been decorating it ever since with just different things in it. So for this time, for spring, I used the yellow tulips in it, which I thought looked so pretty. But this time, I thought it would look really neat if I added some lemons and greenery to it. So I have added some paper to the bottom of it just to raise it up, because I would need quite a bit of lemons to fill it up. And then I started with eucalyptus leaves, but I didn't really love the way it looked. So I had these other leaves that looked really pretty with it. They almost look like they could be lemon tree leaves. At least I think so anyways. But they look really good with the lemons anyways. So that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what they're called. And I picked up most of my lemons at the thrift store this year. But I do have some from Dollar Tree as well as Michael's. And then I am adding just my candle, what is this called? Candle urn. Being that English is my second language, sometimes I have such a hard time remembering what things are called, but it is what it is. So I love the way this coffee table looks. Again, very simple, very fresh look. And now all that's left is to decorate this side table, as well as just adding some pillows. So I give these pictures a wipe down. I used to decorate a lot with my pictures, but I'm finding I have tons of pictures in my bedroom, and I like to include some pictures of my family, but I don't want to decorate with it. I thought it would look good to add some of this boxwood in with the white flowers, but then I wasn't loving it, so I just decided just to leave that as is. And that vase is a thrifted vase, and I'm pretty sure it was just a wine jug at some point or another. So as you can see, I'm keeping the side table quite simple, and I am just adding the yellow pillows that I've had for quite some time now. It's almost time to replace them once we can go out and buy new things and the stores are opened up. So over on this stool that I have, I am just adding a little bit of greenery, but I'm using the little jar. It was actually Bath & Body Works upcycled candle container that I did with some greenery, and I used some of that rag from Dollar Tree to upcycle this with. And then I just have one more pillow to add, and that would complete my clean and decorate of my living room and for today's video. Let me know what you think. How do you like it? Did you enjoy it? What was your favorite thing? Do you love decorating with lemons? I just think lemons are perfect for summer, and I just love the brightness that they add to any room. So don't forget to press that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and if you think there's somebody out there that would love this video, I would love it if you shared it with them. And don't forget to press the like button as well, and that notification bell. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your continuing support, and make sure you guys are stay tuned because I have tons more decorating videos coming your way. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching.
Already broken from the start. No, you can't break my heart. It's already broken from the start.
Hi guys, and welcome. Today I'm decorating my formal dining room, and I'm taking you along with me. I have taken everything down, but as you can see, it needs some dusting and just buffing out the furniture, and all these little extra vases and things that I have here need to be dusted. So I'm going to be decorating the sideboard, the table, as well as the top of the hutch. I do have a bar card over here that I'm just going to leave as is because I have a video coming up in about a week where I will be styling that for that video. So without further ado, let's get started. I am dusting the sideboard first, moving this coffee maker. It's an espresso just out of the way so I can dust underneath it, and all I'm using is a microfiber cloth that I wetted with some water. This Nespresso stays here because we found that it works the best over here instead of on the counter in the kitchen. It does get used almost every day, but we already have a coffee maker in the kitchen and I don't want too many things on my counter, so I have more space, prep space in the kitchen. So I'm adding a 3-tier tray here in the corner. This is a DIY project that I did a while back over on my DIY channel. And I also decorated my 2-tier tray and my 3-tier tray last week. So make sure you check that video out. I also this picket fence frame or the garden fence frame I DIY'd as well. So I gathered all the things that I wanted to include here. I'm obviously not going to include all of them, but these are just things that were kind of left over from the other tier trays that I was planning on using but ran out of space. So I'm going to try and fit them in on this tray. As I mentioned in my tier tray video, I love decorating tier trays. I think it's a great way to incorporate theme that you are using in your decor on these trays. You can really go all out. The theme for my summer decor, if you haven't seen my other videos, is lemons and yellow with lots of green and white hints. So that is what I'm kind of carrying through from room to room. And I am absolutely loving how fresh and vibrant it makes every room and space look. Most of my decor is very budget friendly, and either it's DIY'd or comes from the dollar store. I do have a couple staples, statement pieces, I guess, that were maybe bought at Home Sense or Hobby Lobby or Michael's, but majority of the stuff is DIY'd or from dollar store. I change out my decor so often that I have to stay within the budget. And I also like to thrift, so some of the pieces will definitely be thrifted, especially my furniture, like the sideboard and the bar cart were both thrifted items. So here it is all done, and I absolutely love the way it turned out.
Never knew that it could feel this way when you lie next to someone. You don't even need to play pretend, 'cause you find the way you are. I wanna know you better. Give me every detail.
Now to finish off the rest of the sideboard, I'm just playing around with some candelabras as well as some other pieces that I'm considering using, but it's kind of trial and error. You play around until you get to the point that you love it. And sometimes even after that, I change it up a couple days later. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, I would love it if you considered subscribing, pressing the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. I share tons of decor and cleaning as well as organizing, inspiration and motivation, so make sure that bell is on so you don't miss any of my uploads. So I did settle to this look, and I absolutely love it. I am using my little DIY wreath that I made, and I think it just looks really good with a candle right in the middle. My milk jug, or I think, what is this called? Milk jug. I'm just going to call it a milk jug. Was another trash to treasure upcycle. I did this very long time ago before YouTube, and I was looking at it and thinking that maybe I'd want to change it up a little bit. I just haven't figured out what to do. Let me know down in the comments, what would you paint this milk jug? I feel like that's not what it's called, but anyways, what would you paint it? Should I go white, black? Let me know down in the comments what you would do. I am using these dogwood flowers. I'm kind of using them all throughout. You can almost find them in every room, and as well as outside, and I'm just kind of carrying it through the house, tying it all together. This lemon tree I recently DIY'd over on my channel, and I'm liking the way it looks right in this corner. I might move it because it might not be functional, but so far I am loving it in this corner. Now I am moving over to my hutch, and I just needed to dust it because it was kind of looking a little dusty. I haven't really dusted it since I spring cleaned this room, so I just want to do that before I add the new decor to it. I will be taking away this lavender wreath. I've had it at somewhere in my house, well, pretty much since winter, and I'm adding my farm fresh lemons sign here, and then just playing around because first it wasn't really in the spot that I wanted it to be, so I end up changing it around and moving the other side over just because I thought it was looking better that way.
I wanna do it all with you by my side. If you're in, meet me here tonight. Be brave and come along, I'll be your ride. Promise we don't need no brake lights. We can travel the world, so just say yes. Choose to do whatever comes next. This or that, getting drunk on whiskey on a Tuesday night, or drinking where we're by an open fire, make love or fight. This or that, this or that, evenings on the train or catch a morning flight, enjoying dinner until midnight.
Now that I have moved everything off the table, I'm going to give it a wipe down, and then I'm going to add a table runner. I've been using this table runner throughout spring, and I'm not changing it up. I'm just gonna keep the same one here. It just ties in really nice, and I love the color of it as well, and it works for both summer and spring and even winter decor. And since this room is the formal room, it doesn't really get used all that much. The tablecloth does not get dirty or anything. It just stays as is. I wanted to keep this table simple though, so I am going to be making an arrangement, and I'm using a white water jug, ceramic water jug, or I think again that's what I would call it, and I'm going to add some baby's breath into it. So I'm going to try and keep it white, green, and yellow for this arrangement. I am not a professional florist. I don't really know the ins and outs of arranging the flowers in a vase, but I just play around with it until I like it, and I add stuff, I take stuff away until, and I think that's the best thing about decor is it's for you, it's not for anybody else. You create it the way you want it to look. If you're happy with it, that's all that matters, because you're the one that lives in it, in the house. Nobody else does.
There wasn't enough for you somehow. wish I had a little more time with you, baby. Weeks and months and years they pass, and I knew it wouldn't last. When tears streamed down my face, my mama said, all the nights that end in heartbreak gonna pay off someday. And the pain that you're feeling gradually fades away. 'Cause growing up, falling in love, giving your all might not be enough. Just trust your head and your heart. That's what my mama said. I wish I could freeze this moment, just never let it end. Walking through the snow when you're taking my hand.
So now I'm just adding a little bit of, I'm not quite sure what these are, margarets, I think, or I think that's the name of the flower, and because it has a little bit of yellow, but then I was finding that I wanted something to droop, so I'm adding these white droopy flowers in it, and then I'm going to finish it off with a white and yellow small florals. I don't think they actually have a name. They're just flowers, greener with little white circle flowers on it, and I have one with yellow as well. All of my greenery had come from the Dollar Tree or Dollarama.
But then I found something I knew would last. Just like my mama said. Gradually fades away. All the nights that end in heartbreak gonna pay off someday. And the pain that you're feeling gradually fades away. 'Cause growing up, falling in love, giving your all might not be enough. Just trust your head and your heart. That's what my mama said. That's what my mama said. That's what my mama said.
So here it is. I think it turned out really cute. I love all the different textures and the hint of color in them, and the greenery, the green leaves breaks up the whiteness, and like I said, I love it. So the room is done. Let me know down in comments what you think, what your favorite part about it is, what you would change. And if this is you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Like I said, leave me a comment, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not. And if you are a follower, thank you so much for your continuing support. I appreciate it so much. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. Hello friends and welcome. Today I am bringing you another summer decorate with me video, and today I'm going to be decorating my family room mantle. This is one of my biggest mantles that I have in my house. All of my mantles are electric and I have all been purchased secondhand and I have upcycled them. So this video is also part of a challenge that is hosted by MSME Stephanie, with Stephanie, and her co-host is Kenya at Kenya's Decor Corner. So I will have both of their channels linked down below as well as the playlist, so make sure you go on and check out both of them as well as the playlist after you're done watching my video. So as you saw, I started off with the kind of a blank canvas. I have been doing this now for several different seasons that I've been decorating, where I take completely everything off so nothing is kind of clouding my judgment of where I want to put things. It's blank and I start over. So I have cleaned the mantle up and I added my window, which is also a thrifted item that I have upcycled, and then on that mirror, on that window, I have added my lemon wreath. I have DIY'd this lemon wreath over on my DIY channel, I think 2 years ago. I can link that video in a description box for you to check out if you want to see how I've done it. I've done it with all dollar store materials. And then I typically have this vase over here as well, which is another upcycled item, and I just switch out different flowers and florals that I use in it. This time I am going with some dogwood. I love using yellow during late spring and into the summer. I think it just brightens up the space and it goes so well with all the lemon decor that I am adding into my house. If you have not seen, I recently just did a tier tray decor and lemon was the theme, and lemons are the theme for my summer decor this year, and I think they were last year as well. I just love the brightness and the cheerfulness that they bring into a room. And to offset that vase, I am adding my lantern. These items, the windows, the vase, and the lanterns, are here most of the time, and then I just switch around what I use in the middle. I am playing around a lot until I achieved the look that I'm going for. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, my name is Sonja and this is my home channel, where you will find tons of decor inspirations as well as some cleaning and organizing. If this is something that interests you, I would absolutely love it if you became part of my YouTube family by pressing the subscribe button and a notification bell. And if you're brand new, you might also want to know that I also have a DIY channel and a cooking channel, and links to those will be in the description box along with my blog, Instagram, and Facebook. So as you can see, just playing around, seeing what works. I have been loving the French farmhouse decor, but I don't have a ton of pieces in that decor style, so I'm slowly adding these pieces into it and incorporating with the existing decor. I've been loving and enjoying using the baby's breath. These had come from Dollarama last year, and I've used them quite a bit throughout the spring last year, and this year I'm finding myself reaching for them for my summer decor as well. As you can see, I'm moving things around quite a bit. Let me know down in the comments, do you guys play around with your decor, or do you place things and just walk away and let it be? I tend to change it around even after I finish decorating something and I think it is right where I want it to be. After a couple days, I tend to change things around just because it's not working for me. Almost all of my decor is thrifted or DIY'd. That way I can stay within the budget of switching decor seasonally, because it can get quite expensive to do this every season. I have been loving whenever I see on Instagram or on Pinterest when they have greenery drooping off the mantle on the one side, so I'm trying to kind of recreate that look here. So if you want to see if this mantle stays the way it is now, make sure you come back, because in a couple weeks I will be sharing my summer home tour, and that way you can see if I kept it the same way or if I had changed things around. So here it is, all finished up, and I absolutely love the way it looks at this time. I've added a little bit of lemons onto it just to tie the lemons on the wreath with the yellow dogwood, and then a lot of rustic farmhouse-ish items on there. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and make sure you check out Stephanie's and Kenya's channels, which are linked in the description box, as well as the playlist. And I will have more of my summer decorating videos linked at the end of this video, so if you need more decorating inspiration, make sure you head on over there where you'll find more. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. Hello friends, and welcome. Sonja here, and welcome to my home channel. Welcome if you're new, welcome if you're returning. today I'm taking you along as I give my kitchen a once over, just giving it. I took everything off the countertops that is of a decorative nature and it doesn't have a permanent spot like toaster or a coffee maker, and I am cleaning the counters down, wiping them down, as well as I'm going to be wiping some of my appliances and my sink. I have fully cleaned my kitchen earlier last week, so I didn't want to go ahead and scrub down the cupboards too because they were cleaned, but the countertops, you can never have countertops that are clean enough, in my opinion, especially if you work in your kitchen quite a bit. So I am, like I said, wiping it down, and then I'm going to be decorating it for the summer. I have done a couple pieces already in the kitchen, which I will link the videos in the description box as well as at the end and in the eye in the sky as I'm going through the kitchen. And the pieces that I've already kind of created, I will link them up. So if you're stopping by my channel for the very first time, welcome. My name is, like I said, Sonja, and this is my home channel where I share tons of decorating and cleaning motivation as well as some organization. Most of my decor pieces are DIY, but I do like to shop occasionally for new items, so I will be incorporating that in here, and I will let you know where everything is from. So I'm starting off on my raised breakfast bar. As you can see, I removed and put everything onto the table, and I typically in this corner keep my menu and some sort of a trade decor. I used to keep my a soda stream here, but I had moved it out of the way because we weren't really using it as much, and it's kind of hard to replace the cartridges at this time, so I just moved it out of the way. And then on the opposite corner of my breakfast bar, I am adding my tiered tray. Now all of these pieces I have decorated already, and I will have the videos linked up, and the menu I had made myself as well. As you can see, I love using trays to kind of corral things in. So this is my cooking tray where I keep my oil, my salt and pepper, my also my little like a wooden spoon holder, I guess, and a vinegar. But I wasn't loving the vinegar jug, so I am going to replace that with something else. So this time I'm not adding that to it. So I'm just refilling my salt. So one has salt and the other one has pepper. And then I also keep my wooden spoons and my spatulas on this side. I just like having this nearby and accessible at all times when I'm cooking, and it's been working out really good, and the tray kind of keeps it all cleaned and organized right next to my stove. On my stove, I don't typically do a lot. I do have a noodle board that I use when I have company and we're doing like a buffet. I will put the noodle board on there so I can actually put stuff on top of the stove without it getting too messy and falling through. But I've been loving the look of having a little tray with a candle and maybe some greenery, so that is what I'm adding here. I am adding one of my favorite scents, which is Georgia Peach by Bath and Body Works. And as you can see, I'm almost at the end of it, and I'm so glad the stores are opening up on Friday, and I'm hoping that I will be able to go and get some more, and I hope they have it. And I'm also adding my little planter with succulents. These are not real, but I love using them in the kitchen. I don't do this, well, I didn't used to add a wreath for a very long time, but last fall I added a wreath in my kitchen decor, and I was loving it, so I decided to add my lemon wreath that I've created over on my DIY channel, and I think this will kind of tie in the rest of my house and some of the tier tray lemon decor pieces that I have on my tier trays all together. And one of the biggest things that my husband absolutely dislikes is having these cutting boards at the back of the stove, but I absolutely love the way that looks. So when my kitchen is clean, I will typically add the boards to the back. When we're cooking, especially if he's cooking, I will remove them just so he's not having a fit. Let's just put it that way. But I love the way they look. It gives me such a farmhousey country vibe. Let me know down in the description box, do you guys love the boards on the stove, that look, or do you find it very impractical and don't want anything on your stove? So once, as you can see, I'm playing around because I wasn't sure. I knew I wanted to include my big round one, but I wasn't sure which piece to include at the back. So I ended up getting one. I have a live edge one, but it was downstairs, so I ended up getting that one and putting it up here. I just found that the one that I had there now, because it was bamboo, completely different wood, it just wasn't working for me. So I am adding my this is like a charcuterie board, but it can be used as a cutting board as well, and it has a bit of a live edge on it, on the sides edge, hence the edge word. And I think this ended up looking really good. So let me know also down in the description box, do you typically decorate for the summer, or do you just kind of have one standard decor that you keep and don't move anything around? I don't have, as you can see, I don't have a whole lot on my counters, just things that I need to, because we use our kitchen quite a bit and I need the counter space, especially when there's two of us prepping and cooking. I find the kitchen is too small as it is for two cooks, and if I put more stuff on my counters, I'm gonna have even less prep space and cooking space. So now moving on to the right side of my kitchen, and over here I use all of my other cooking utensils, so like my soup ladle, my spatulas, like the scraping spatulas or scoops and things like that on this one. I would love to find some of those crockery pieces, the antique ones, and one big enough that I can put all of my stuff in one, not having two, but I haven't been able to find one yet. I'm hoping soon I will. And then I have this corner unit with a glass door, and I like to decorate this one. I just started decorating this seasonally about, I think, at Christmas time, and I've been kind of loving that. So I'm not doing too much here. I am just adding a little bit of my forsythia flowers. I think I said it right for like the very first time. I've been calling it a dogwood for the longest time. And I knew it was a forsythia, but I don't know why every time I was putting it in my decor I called it dogwood. But just the two branches, and I think that pop of yellow in a corner really pops up, and the yellow is the color of my decor with all the lemons that I have going on. So yeah, and then I just put the typical pieces that I have here, lots of white, because I love the way it looks on the dark shelves. I like to keep this space clutter-free from mail, because it ends up always being some mail up there. So I'm just adding some greenery. And then I picked up 2 bags of lemon and a bag of lime, and I'm going to put it in my fruit tray, and I'm going to take all my fruit and put it in some in a pantry and some in the fridge. We go through tons of lemons and limes. All of us love adding it to our water or to our drinks, so now is a good time to stock up and use it as a decor, double whammy. I was running out of my artificial lemons because I've been using them all over the house, so this was a nice addition of some real lemons. Now I have this dresser or a sideboard that's kind of backs up to my family room couch, and this I had a whole video on my vignette that I created here, so I will link that as well. And I like, again, keeping things on a tray here, because if we are hosting people, and I sometimes use that as my drink station or as my little app station. So I like to have something on a tray that I can just move off and not have to spend too much time moving stuff off and then redecorating it again. So I'm going to take the rest of the stuff off the table that I did not use, and I also have another video that I've created on another kitchen vignette, which is a table decor vignette, and I am going to share that as well. And that's when I created this tray. And for obvious reasons why I like using a tray on the kitchen table is because we eat here almost all of our meals, so I like to be able just to pick it up, move it, and then put it back without redecorating it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little clean and decorate with me. And here is my kitchen. I love how nice and airy it looks. I still want my husband to put up that cutting board. I want it to go above the sliding door. I think that's a perfect spot. And it says bless this kitchen. I did create that over on my DIY channel as well. So I'd love to know what you think about my decor. Do you think it's too cluttered? Do you think it's perfect? Do you think it needs more? I would love to know what you think. I think it's pretty good. I think it has that pop of yellow, but it's still light and airy feeling, in my opinion, and that is what I've been going after in all of my summer decor. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you press that subscribe button, because I will be sharing my home decor very, very soon, full summer home tour, and I am very pleased with the way my spaces are turning out, and I can't wait to share it all with you. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of the kitchen tour, and I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing some more summer decor, and I am going to be decorating my rec room in the basement. As I mentioned in my last video, this is pretty much the only room that I can spruce up with some decor, since my main floor is completely taken apart, going under a major reno, and my bedroom is right now being used as a storage facility for all the new items that I have purchased, from faucets to lighting to decor. So I wanted to spruce this room up, give it a bit of a cheerful, bright look for the summer, and I have taken all of the Easter decor down a while ago, and it's been kind of sitting bare, and it's really not working for me, so I wanted to spruce it up, make it very cheerful. So let's get started. We're gonna start on the styling my fireplace first. So I'm starting here over at the fireplace, and I'm going to be adding this wreath that I had DIY'd several years back over on my DIY channel, and I just love it. Typically I do use this wreath upstairs in my family room, and now with the way the new family room is going to be set up, I will not be able to do much above the fireplace since the TV is there. Not my favorite choice, but it is the only way that the new setup will work, which I can't wait to share it with you guys. So as you can see, the theme will be lemons, and I will be adding a touch of yellow and green as much as I possibly can in this room, just to brighten it up.
I know that I haven't been who I was. I am supposed to be the one you can trust. I feel so useless 'cause I let you down. I hope there's some way I can make it alright, 'cause I know that you deserve much more than this. If you give me one more chance, I swear I'll try my best to always be there. And I want you to know that I'm lost.
This lemon sign has to be still one of my favorite DIYs that I had created, and it was so inexpensive and so easy to make.
Don't know what to do if you go. Ooh, I just don't know what to do if you go.
This home sign kind of gave me an idea for another small wreath DIY for my summer lemon theme, since I don't have one. So I am just adding I'm not quite sure what these are. I did thrift that wreath, but they're like little balls, but they're in a creamy colored berries. That's what they look, but they're almost like dried up berries. That's what it looks like. Now I'm moving on to my coffee table, and I was trying to figure out the best way to do this. I added my little yellow and white lantern that I had bought at Home Sense several years ago, and the little green planters that come from Dollarama. They have tons of them this year again, and I absolutely love to use them as fillers. And another thing that I was using as fillers were lemons. Now this tray wasn't quite working for me. The size, I think, was a touch too small, so you will see I will end up switching it up to a different tray. But these lemon slices that I'm using, they're actually candles, and I think they were the party light, or they came from Bowerings, one or the other. I can't quite remember. I know some of the lemons are party light candles, but some are from Bowerings.
I try my best to always be there, and I want you to know that I'm lost without you. I'm lonely without you. I hope I can show what you mean to me, 'cause I don't know what to do if you go. I just don't know what to do.
So over in this corner, I wanted to add some greenery with some of these yellow flowers. I just couldn't make it work the way I wanted to, so I ended up not using these yellow flowers. I'll probably just use them once I'm putting back together my upstairs, because I just love the way they look. Like I said, I was hoping that they would have worked here, but I just wasn't loving the way this was turning out. So in this corner, I took out my basket with blankets and put this big pot over here because it is from upstairs, and I just needed a spot for it, and I thought it would work really well in here. I am adding some dogwood, yellow dogwood in there as well, just to add that touch of yellow. And then over on the opposite corner of the TV stand, I'm going to be adding my tree that I DIY just recently over on my DIY channel. This is a pepper tree, and I think it just looks so nice in this Dollarama basket that I spruced up, just painted just to give it a bit of a different color. I think this place turned out really cheerful and bright, and I am over the top satisfied how this worked. In the corner, I do have the tier tray that I did not share how I assembled it or decorated, because I have a whole separate video that went up on Monday. If you want to check it out, I will link it at the end of the video. I decorated 2 different tier trays. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I do think this has definitely brightened up the space, considering it's a basement rec room, and now it is so cheerful and inviting. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Well, hello friends, I'm here with another outdoor decor. Today we are refreshing my patio. It needed to be put together for the season because it was looking a little rough. I just brought out the furniture and that was it. So let's get started. So I just want to show you the state of the yard. It's a mess. There's some cooking stuff. The planters are all over, dog bones, dog toys. Some of my DIYs that I need to bring in or leave out and set up. My fire pit area needs to get de-weeded. I want to plant. I bought a new hosta and kind of assess what's coming back up and what's not. I just want to show you my grass. It's kind of looking a little rough, but dog toys everywhere. The structure will be going down, but not quite yet, maybe another month or so. And then over here on the deck, we had trimmed some of the plants already. I actually did quite a bit of trimming of bushes before winter, but now the new weeds have come out, so I want to get rid of them. I want to put a little bit of fertilizer all over the plants, but they are a problem and I worry about putting the fertilizer down with them. So I gotta see if I can find one that's friendly, that's not gonna harm them. As you can see, he's trying to catch that butterfly. So yeah, as I was saying, so these will get filled. These planters are gonna go up here, and then just clean the deck up. We had purchased more lights, so my husband's gonna put those up, and I want them to go across to the tree over the area, then come back, well actually come back to the corner, then across to the tree, and then come back, so we have coverage over here twice and then over here twice. I think that's gonna look really pretty for the winter. I have some of the pots already. This had some herbs and I just have to, I'm pretty sure these are herbs coming back. This will be my mojitos in training. I had bought some plants to go in there. My husband has to add that piece to the underneath the fence still. I want to obviously clean the table, add some things to it. Maybe I'll get him to cut the whole eavesdrop and direct it here. The problem is that a lot of the stuff you can buy, and even if you do curbside pickup, it's 5 to 6 days for like Home Depot or something like that. So I'm not sure if I can even buy the attachment to go in here, so we might leave that. And then just over here, like I said, just tons of weeds. And then also clean my windows because apparently I got attacked by bird poop. So lots to do. I'm hoping to get it all done in one day, but we will see, and I will get started. So the lights are up. My husband worked on that. So now he has to put the ladders away, and I'm gonna actually start with de-weeding around here and the patio.
I bet you'll come around, but don't get me wrong. Do what you gotta do.
So it looks much better in my opinion than what it did, and now I am ready to add some plants before I actually clean it. And I think tomorrow we're gonna, once I do all my planting and everything, we're gonna take everything off the deck and wash the deck. Just want to get the planting done before I do any washing. I just want to show you, we have never had this problem before, but the amount of pollen that collects on this table is ridiculous. So I'm gonna go get my plants and start. I'm not doing a lot of planting, it's more just placing things in a spot. And then I can't wait to like I said, get rid of this. And then either at the end of this year or maybe next year we'll get a shed. So my husband decided he was gonna get the pressure washer next week and wash it. So I just went ahead and planted anyways, and I can take them all off and wash the deck when he's ready. And when he can take them all off and wash the deck when he's ready. So I'm going to just add a little bit of dirt into all of these herb planters. This one, the cilantro had come back from last year, so I'm just going to clean up some of this like dry stuff out so that way it doesn't suffocate the growth of the new stuff. And then I also want to add in this one some basil, but the store that I went to didn't have basil, so I have to go get that. Not sure if I'm gonna get it for this video, but that's where basil's going to go. And then in here I'm going to add some mint, but I have mint growing in my garden, so I'm going to dig it out and put it in here. For the fertilizer for all of my vegetables and herbs, I like to use just the organics, natural organic fertilizer. Now I brought out my lanterns and I'm going to add them in my garden around the fire pit. Okay, so I did some stuff on camera, some off camera, as you saw, because family was helping out and they're a little camera shy. But I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour. So over here, I just have the one pillow. I DIY'd these pillows just last week over on my DIY channel, and Not sure if I'm gonna add more, but I know I like having a pillow behind my back and I think it looks good, so I just added one. I think if I can find more canvas, I will probably add one over here as well, and maybe over on those 2 chairs, and then maybe see if I can buy something for the Muskoka chairs. So here is our little sitting area with a barbecue, and I just brought the pansies from the front because I redid my front. If you've not seen that video, I will link it at the end, because I switched the flowers around there. And I have a feeling Frankie's digging in my planter. And then looking at the yard. Sorry, there's a plane going by, just taking off. Basil, ended up getting some. Actually, a friend of mine picked it up, and then another friend of mine picked up another basil for me. And then over here I have the rest of the herbs, and then another hanging basket. Forgot to show you the lights. They are up here, and then they go across and then over across the patio, the fire pit patio as well. So I've added cushions to the chairs, kind of going with that blue theme. I feel like the backyard could use a little bit of yellow that I have all over my house. Maybe that's the pillows that I should get for here. I should put here. Can't wait till that play structure is gone. And then over here I have a watering, what is this called? Rain barrel. And I have these cones that I need my husband to put up. He wants to put them up, but I'm thinking I'm going to put one here and one further down, just to illuminate those. And maybe I should make a couple more, because it would look good if I did 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of. And I was just at Dollarama, I can't buy it, but I was able to see it. They actually have the jars with a lid that has a solar thing on it, and then a solar light going in. So I was thinking maybe I should replace these with those and then make 2 more. I think that would look really good. And then I have over here another sign that I DIY'd that my husband needs to put up, and I think that's gonna go right over there. I think that's gonna look good. The gardens are filling in really nicely. We love this area. You know, some people have pools. This is our thing, and we absolutely love it. We spend quite a bit of days here, if not around the fire, just sitting around. And these are lanterns I got last year from Costco, and I was hoping that they would have had them this year again, but I have not seen them yet. We have to patch up the grass too. Still a lot of work to do here, but we're kind of waiting to take that down and then see with the shed. We want to get a shed for over here, and then we're gonna patch up the grass. I was thinking about doing it when we're gone camping, putting it down just before we leave, so that way the dogs, because they're coming camping with us, they're not trampling across. So I just want to show you kind of view from this end. This was another DIY, and then that one I made last year. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see my tablescape, because I have pretty neat plates and stuff that kind of ties in the whole theme, and I can do like a patio tablescape for you if that's something that you would like to see. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, I would love it if you consider subscribing, and I will see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching.